In the video, we will delve into the challenging task of identifying false relationships where we are treated as mere instruments for others' objectives. We will highlight 7 crucial attitudes that unveil this manipulation, signaling that the person truly does not care about us. The intention is to unmask false friends by revealing hidden signs and revealing words. If you wish for this video to be more comprehensive, with a broader vocabulary and additional details, we would be happy to incorporate those modifications. In a healthy environment and to safeguard your energy, subscribe to the channel to discover how to identify and distance yourself from these toxic influences. Navigating the complexities of human nature requires intuition and experience, and my goal is to assist you in recognizing relationships that either enrich or harm our lives. Acknowledging when someone is using us can be challenging, but it is crucial to reaffirm our worth and establish healthy boundaries. The first indication of problems arises when communication in a relationship is one-sided. In a genuine emotional connection, the exchange of ideas and emotions is essential. However, if we notice that we are consistently leading the conversation, sending messages, and making calls without receiving equivalent involvement from the other side, it indicates an imbalance. This lack of reciprocity reveals not only disinterest but also a deeper disconnection. In a genuine and reciprocal emotional connection, it's crucial for both parties to actively engage in the exchange of ideas, feelings, and communication. When we find ourselves consistently taking the lead in conversations, initiating messages, and making calls without receiving a comparable level of involvement from the other person, it not only points to a communication imbalance but also suggests a deeper disconnection. Recognizing this lack of reciprocity is essential for maintaining healthy relationships. It's not just about a momentary disinterest. It can signify a misalignment of priorities, emotional investment, or even a fundamental mismatch in the level of commitment. This imbalance may lead to a feeling of being undervalued or taken for granted. As we explore these dynamics, it becomes evident that setting and maintaining boundaries is crucial. Establishing clear boundaries helps protect your energy and well-being, ensuring that relationships contribute positively to your life rather than draining you emotionally. Confronted with this imbalance, it is crucial to contemplate the relationship, questioning whether there is mutual interest and active involvement. This sign of one-sided communication serves as a call to embark on a journey of self-discovery and relational realignment, emphasizing the importance of cultivating authentic and harmonious communication in the relationship. The second warning sign in a relationship is selective availability. This manifests when someone is consistently accessible when they need us but inexplicably becomes unreachable when the situation is reversed. If you find yourself consistently meeting this person's needs but encountering deafening silence when seeking support, it creates an imbalance in the give-and-take equation. This selective availability reveals a lack of consideration and disrespect for your needs. The unequal dynamic generates a sense of disharmony. Confronted with this imbalance, it is crucial to contemplate the relationship, questioning whether there is mutual interest and active involvement. This sign of one-sided communication serves as a call to embark on a journey of self-discovery and relational realignment, emphasizing the importance of cultivating authentic and harmonious communication in the relationship. The second warning sign in a relationship is selective availability. This manifests when someone is consistently accessible when they need us but inexplicably becomes unreachable when the situation is reversed. If you find yourself consistently meeting this person's needs but encountering deafening silence when seeking support, it creates an imbalance in the give-and-take equation. This selective availability reveals a lack of consideration and disrespect for your needs. The unequal dynamic generates a sense of disharmony. Disillusionment and resentment can turn a relationship into an imbalanced scale. Identifying and challenging this reality is crucial to scrutinize if the relationship benefits both parties or if you are being utilized to fulfill the other person's needs. Self-respect and self-appreciation play a pivotal role in this process, leading to a reassessment of boundaries and contemplation on the presence of reciprocity and respect in the bond. The third warning sign in relationships is personal interest. True friends display genuine interest in our lives, emotions, and experiences, sharing joys and providing support during challenges. However, when dealing with someone whose interest appears transactional or opportunistic, the absence of inquiries about your day, feelings, or aspirations reveals a disturbing disconnection. The dynamic suggests that your voice holds value only when serving unilateral interests. You become an audience for this person's narratives, a resource for their conveniences. The lack of curiosity and empathy indicates that your worth is conditioned on what you can offer, not who you are. Questioning whether we are in a genuine relationship becomes crucial for self-evaluation and the preservation of dignity. While this realization may be painful, it is fundamental to reassess connections and seek environments where we are truly valued. As we delve deeper into the intricacies of relationships, it becomes apparent that the imbalanced scale, driven by frustration and resentment, can erode the foundation of mutual understanding. Confronting this reality is not merely a questioning of the relationship's benefit, but also an essential step toward reclaiming personal agency and emotional well-being. Self-respect and self-appreciation emerge as powerful catalysts in this transformative process. The reevaluation of boundaries becomes a compass guiding us through the complex terrain of connections. It prompts reflection on whether the relationship fosters a reciprocal exchange of care, understanding, and respect. The third warning sign, personal interest, unveils another layer of relational dynamics. Genuine connections thrive on shared experiences, mutual support, and authentic interest in each other's lives. When faced with someone whose interest seems instrumental or opportunistic, the stark absence of inquiries into your daily life, emotions, and aspirations unveils a disconcerting disconnect. This dynamic implies that your value is contingent on serving someone else's one-sided interests. Becoming a passive audience for another person's narratives and a resource for their convenience is an unsustainable dynamic. The lack of genuine curiosity and empathy underscores a relationship where your worth is measured by utility rather than intrinsic value. This realization, though painful, becomes a pivotal moment for self-reflection and the preservation of personal dignity. Questioning the authenticity of a relationship becomes more than an exercise in curiosity, it becomes an act of self-preservation. Acknowledging the discomfort of this truth empowers us to reassess our connections, seek environments where our true worth is recognized, and cultivate relationships that honor our authenticity and individuality. Remember, subscribing to the channel will keep you informed as we continue exploring the nuances of meaningful connections. Recognized and respected in our entirety, if you are looking for personal growth, leave a comment today committing yourself. The fourth warning sign in relationships is the imbalance of priorities and lack of solidarity. Healthy relationships require mutual commitment, especially during challenging times. The true essence of a connection is revealed during adversities such as illness or personal loss, where the expectation is mutual support. The sign of unbalanced priorities arises when the other person demonstrates a lack of emotional commitment and solidarity at crucial moments. Instead of offering meaningful support, they may shy away, provide superficial comfort, or remain absent. This emotional absence in challenging moments indicates an imbalance in the relationship, highlighting not only the lack of physical presence, but also of emotional support in crucial moments. The one-sided nature of the relationship becomes apparent when one invests emotionally while the other consistently avoids this responsibility. Recognizing this sign is essential to preserving one's dignity and emotional well-being, leading to the important question of reflecting on the nature of the relationship and its implications. Celebrated and cherished in our entirety, if you are seeking personal growth, please express your commitment to self-improvement in the comments section today. The fourth red flag in relations is the disconcerting imbalance in priorities and the evident lack of solidarity. Thriving relationships require reciprocal commitment, especially when faced with challenging circumstances. The true essence of a connection unfolds in the midst of adversity such as illness or personal setbacks, where the expectation revolves around mutual support. The sign of distorted priorities comes to light when the counterpart demonstrates a palpable deficit of emotional dedication and solidarity during crucial moments. Instead of offering substantial support, they may deftly shy away, offer superficial comfort, or remain visibly distant. This emotional vacuum during testing times signals a clear imbalance in the relationship, highlighting not only the lack of physical presence, but, more importantly, the emotional support that is expected during crucial moments. The unequal nature of the relationship becomes evident as one emotionally invests while the other consistently shies away from this responsibility. Recognizing this telltale sign is critical to safeguarding your personal dignity and emotional well-being. This prompts a poignant contemplation on the nature of relationship, with implications that reverberate across the digital realm, as evidenced by the countless YouTube search queries made by individuals facing similar relational dilemmas. Countless people are turning to YouTube for guidance, looking for videos that delve into the complexities of relationships, offering insights into how to identify warning signs and navigate the emotional complexities of interpersonal connections. As we explore these nuanced dynamics, remember to subscribe to our channel for continued insights, fostering a community dedicated to cultivating meaningful, balanced relationships. Regarding the intrinsic value of the relationship in the presence of emotional reciprocity, dealing with imbalanced priorities requires courage, self-respect, and clear actions and communication about the importance of solidarity. The pursuit of equitable relationships involves recognizing one's own worth, demanding reciprocity, and making informed choices to protect inner peace. The fifth signal highlights manipulation through guilt in human interactions, where guilt is wielded as a tool to persuade or coerce someone into acting according to the manipulator's desires. This can manifest in various ways, such as subtle or intense pressures to say yes to requests or the skillful use of emotions to achieve goals. Phrases like, "If you were really my friend, you would do this," are employed to exploit the person's kindness and empathy. These manipulation tactics are often disguised as normal or obligatory, aiming to make the person doubt their perceptions and feelings, gradually eroding their emotional integrity and self-esteem. In contrast, healthy relationships are built on trust, mutual respect, and the freedom to express and meet individual needs. If someone frequently finds themselves ensnared in these manipulative strategies, it is crucial to reassess the sustainability of the relationship. Delving deeper into the dynamics of imbalanced priorities and the insidious influence of guilt-based manipulation, it becomes evident that navigating such challenges requires a profound understanding of one's own value and an unwavering commitment to preserving emotional well-being. Addressing imbalanced priorities necessitates not only courage but also a steadfast dedication to self-respect. Clear and assertive communication about the significance of solidarity in a relationship becomes a cornerstone for fostering understanding and rectifying disparities in commitment. The pursuit of equitable relationships involves a conscientious effort to recognize personal worth, assert the need for reciprocity, and make judicious decisions that safeguard inner peace. The fifth warning sign brings to the forefront the use of guilt as a manipulative tool in human interactions. Whether through subtle pressures or intense emotional appeals, manipulators adeptly leverage guilt to bend others to their will. Phrases like, "If you were really my friend, you would do this," exploit the inherent goodness and empathy of individuals. These manipulative tactics, often camouflaged as normal or obligatory, aim to create doubt within the person, gradually eroding their emotional resilience and self-esteem. Contrasting this, healthy relationships are founded on pillars of trust, mutual respect, and the freedom to express and fulfill individual needs. Recognizing the signs of guilt-based manipulation is paramount for preserving one's emotional integrity and fostering a sense of self-worth. If someone frequently finds themselves entangled in these manipulative strategies, a critical reassessment of the sustainability of the relationship becomes imperative. In the vast realm of online discussions, individuals grappling with such relational intricacies often seek guidance and insights. Subscribing to channels that provide thoughtful perspectives on navigating complex relationships can offer valuable support. As we continue exploring these multifaceted dynamics, remember to stay informed and engaged for ongoing insights into fostering healthy, fulfilling connections. Considering establishing healthier boundaries and confronting manipulation is a courageous step towards preserving emotional health and well-being. It's an act of self-assertion to claim the right not to be manipulated or guilt-tripped for making choices that are better for oneself. The sixth signal highlights a consistent lack of respect in the details of interpersonal relationships. Fundamental respect in any meaningful relationship should be mutual. A person who habitually disregards you shows a lack of consideration by ignoring your limits and needs. Their plans are often canceled, they are late, or they don't show up, indicating an expectation that you should mold yourself to their convenience. This pattern of neglecting your needs is an indicator that the relationship is not valued by this person, revealing selfishness and a lack of respect. Continuing the discussion on establishing healthier boundaries and addressing manipulation, it's crucial to recognize that these actions represent a form of self-empowerment. Confronting manipulation is not only an act of courage, but also an assertion of your right to prioritize your well-being and make choices that align with your best interests. The sixth signal emphasizes the consistent absence of respect in the intricacies of interpersonal relationships. Respect is a fundamental building block in any meaningful relationship, and it should be a two-way street. A person who habitually disregards your boundaries and needs displays a concerning lack of consideration. Frequent cancellations of plans, habitual lateness, or no-shows reveal an expectation that you must conform to their convenience. This pattern of neglecting your needs serves as a clear indicator that the relationship is undervalued by this individual, exposing underlying selfishness and a lack of genuine respect for your feelings and priorities. In navigating such dynamics, it's essential to reflect on the impact of these behaviors on your emotional well-being. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect, consideration, and a willingness to meet each other's needs. Subscribing to channels or seeking resources that provide insights into fostering healthy relationships can be a valuable step towards gaining further understanding and support. As we continue exploring these nuances, remember that prioritizing your emotional health is an empowering journey towards building meaningful and fulfilling connections. Selfishness is an attitude or behavior characterized by excessive concern for one's own interests, needs, and desires, often to the detriment of others. In a relationship, selfishness can have significant harmful effects and can lead to the deterioration of the bond between the people involved. Lack of consideration. A selfish person may demonstrate a chronic lack of consideration for their partner's needs and feelings. This creates an imbalance in the relationship, where one person's demands are always prioritized over those of the other. Lack of collaboration. Healthy relationships are built on collaboration and teamwork. Selfishness can undermine this collaboration, as the selfish person may resist commitment, insisting on having things their way, without taking into account the partner's needs or desires. Poor communication. Selfishness is often linked to poor communication. A selfish person may have difficulty listening to and understanding their partner's concerns, as they are more focused on satisfying their own desires. Resentment and disconnection. A partner who constantly feels ignored or neglected may develop feelings of resentment and disconnection. This can lead to a gradual deterioration of the emotional bond, resulting in emotional distance and eventually the breakdown of the relationship. Lack of empathy. Empathy is essential to understand your partner's needs and feelings. Selfishness is often associated with a lack of empathy, as a selfish person may have difficulty putting themselves in someone else's shoes. Devaluation of the partner. Selfishness can lead to an attitude of devaluation of the partner, where the selfish person sees their own needs as more important. This creates a toxic environment where the partner can feel inadequate and unappreciated. In short, selfishness can be harmful to relationships, undermining the foundation of mutual respect, empathy, and collaboration necessary for a healthy bond. It is important to cultivate awareness and willingness to balance the needs of both parties, promoting a more solid and satisfying relationship for both. Lack of consideration. Although human fallibility is natural, the persistence of these attitudes over time without effort to change distinguishes someone who is using from someone who occasionally acts selfishly. In the journey of understanding the complexities of human relationships, it is crucial to remember that self-awareness and assertiveness are powerful tools to protect against exploitation. Recognizing these signs is vital to identifying an unhealthy relationship, making it possible to reconsider these ties and take steps to safeguard emotional and mental well-being. Knowing these signs enables us to maintain healthier and more respectful relationships. The seventh sign highlights the superficiality of the bond and its implications for the complexities of human relationships. A person who is using tends to avoid deep connection, maintaining interactions that rarely transcend the surface. Conversations avoid deeper topics, and emotions are controlled, preventing the development of trust and complicity. In this type of relationship, the lack of priority for a genuine connection is evident, remaining in a perpetual initial state. Even after a considerable time, one realizes that the person remains unknown beyond a superficial facade. Recognizing this pattern is fundamental to preserving authentic and meaningful relationships. The dynamics of lack of consideration and superficiality in relationships are essential to understanding how these patterns can significantly affect the quality of interpersonal bonds. Inconsiderateness, when persistent over time without an effort to change, creates a clear distinction between someone who occasionally acts selfishly and someone who is, in fact, using another. In the journey of understanding the subtleties of human relationships, it is imperative to recognize that self-awareness and assertiveness are powerful tools to protect against exploitation. Identifying these signs becomes vital to noticing a harmful relationship, allowing an assessment of these bonds and the adoption of measures to safeguard emotional and mental well-being. Understanding these signs not only empowers, but also strengthens the ability to maintain healthier and more respectful relationships. The seventh sign, which highlights the superficiality of the bond, reveals a striking characteristic of those who are most likely to use. These people tend to avoid deep connections, maintaining interactions that rarely go beyond the surface. Conversations avoid deeper topics and emotions are controlled, preventing trust and complicity from blossoming. In relationships of this type, the lack of priority for a genuine connection is evident, persisting in a perpetual initial state. Even after a considerable period, one realizes that the person remains unknown beyond a superficial facade. Recognizing this pattern becomes essential to preserving authentic and meaningful relationships, encouraging the search for deeper and enriching connections. Recognizing patterns is crucial for emotional well-being, inviting reflection on the value and depth of relationships. This signal challenges us to question whether we are investing time and energy in relationships that nurture mutual growth, or if we are clinging to a connection that never materializes into something more substantial. The perception of a superficial bond guides informed decisions, safeguarding peace of mind and encouraging the pursuit of relationships that offer true reciprocity and depth. If you resonate with this content and find value in the shared information, I invite you to subscribe for more on similar platforms. Together, we will continue to explore the complexities of human interactions, understanding patterns of behavior and emotions. Your support is crucial in this journey of discovery and learning. True reciprocity and depth are fundamental elements that contribute to the quality and sustainability of a healthy relationship. Let's explore each of these concepts. Reciprocity in a relationship refers to the mutual exchange of support, respect, consideration, and effort between the parties involved. In a healthy relationship, both people contribute equally to the other's well-being. This creates a collaborative environment where both parties feel valued and understood. Reciprocity involves not only giving, but also receiving in a balanced way, promoting a sense of justice and equality in the partnership. True depth in a relationship is about the ability to share thoughts, emotions, vulnerabilities, and experiences on a deeper level. This involves going beyond the surface of everyday interactions and exploring more meaningful aspects of life and the connection between people. Relationships with true depth are characterized by a deeper understanding of the other, building trust and complicity. This type of relationship allows both parties to feel seen and known on a more intimate level, strengthening emotional bonds. True reciprocity and depth form the foundation of relationships that not only stand the test of time but also flourish, providing a deeper sense of meaning and satisfaction. Let's explore these crucial elements in more depth. In a relationship based on reciprocity, there is a dynamic balance of give and take. This does not mean an exact quantitative exchange, but rather a mutual understanding that both parties contribute significantly to the other's well-being. Reciprocity creates an environment where actions and efforts are recognized and valued. When both parties invest in the relationship equally, there is a feeling of collaboration and harmony, strengthening the foundations of the relationship. True depth goes beyond superficial interactions. It involves sharing not just the joys and successes, but also the most intimate struggles, fears, and aspirations. In a relationship with true depth, conversations go beyond the trivial, exploring the more meaningful aspects of life. This willingness to open up and become vulnerable promotes a deeper understanding of the other, creating an authentic and lasting connection. Trust develops as the deeper layers are revealed, building a solid foundation for facing challenges together. True reciprocity and depth often intertwine to create a rich and fulfilling relationship experience. When both partners are committed to actively supporting each other and sharing their true essences, the relationship becomes resilient and enriching. The ability to understand emotional needs and deepen emotional connection contributes to a healthier and more satisfying relationship. By seeking true reciprocity and depth, people can aspire to build relationships that transcend common expectations, providing a journey rich in mutual understanding, personal growth, and shared joys. These elements not only strengthen the relationship, but also create a solid foundation to face life's challenges side by side. Always bear in mind that the foundation of thriving relationships lies in understanding appropriate behavior and, most importantly, respecting both yourself and others. Fostering open communication, setting clear boundaries, and prioritizing reciprocity and empathy are essential. Your intrinsic worth is not determined by how others treat you. Rather, it's shaped by the way you assert yourself in situations that demand mutual respect and consideration. Empower your relationships with knowledge and self-respect. Subscribe to our channel today for ongoing insights and practical tips on fostering healthy connections. Join us in the journey of building meaningful relationships that stand the test of time. Your journey towards fulfilling and respectful connection starts here. Subscribe now.